Hey Bandidos, Division 2 Season 2, and things are just getting absolutely ridiculous around here. I'm using the exotic assault rifle, the Chameleon, with the Foundry set. It's just cutting through everything like butter. And why is this ridiculous? Because it's about as blue as a build can get. All right, let's jump in so you can get a glimpse of this Warlock.
Piece of shit wristwatch.
What I say, it's about as blue as it can get. I'm not gonna overhype the build. I'm gonna let the gameplay footage do all the talking on that front. But I'm gonna say it's crazy. So we're finding out more and more that the changes that came with Season 2, things are just crazy strong on the damage side. So much so that really it's changing the paradigm. It's almost flipping it on its head on how we're creating our builds. And so I am extremely strong with this build on the offense side. So strong that offense was not the question. The question then became survivability, because any offense I added onto my build above and beyond this felt like I was just throwing it in the trash. It was wasted because I didn't need improved time to kill. And isn't that what we're really after at the end of the day? How fast we can kill the enemy so that we can clear the content faster, so we can get more rewards, more XP, best gear in the game? Well, this build will do that for you, and you don't need a red core to make it happen. Let's get into it. I'm running an all blue Foundry Bulwark gear set. So we have total armor, 1% armor regen, 50% shield health, and 4 pieces is giving us the almighty makeshift repairs. So whenever you or your shield take damage, 25% of that amount is repaired to both over 10 seconds. So your healing and your shield are healing at the same time based on that incoming damage. And then I have armor, hazard protection everywhere, and then protection from elites on all my mods. So that's our equation. Pretty straightforward. And then here are the gloves with more hazard protection. The knees are gonna look the same. I don't even have max armor on this, but I don't need it. There's the holster. So even though I don't need any more damage, armor in this game isn't really worth a ton unless you have something backing it up. And one way to increase your armor pool is with something like makeshift repairs and armor regen. Another way is also by adding bonus armor into your build, and that's why we're running the Memento. So it is giving us 30% weapon damage when we're at full stacks, 5% more weapon damage per red core on kill when we grab that trophy, but it's the blue core traits that I'm after. So the defensive buffs are gonna give us 10% bonus armor per blue core that we have. When we grab the trophy, we have 6 of those, so that's 60% bonus armor, or 1.2 million in bonus armor from a single kill. Ridiculous. And then we're going to get the 3% armor regen coming off of this when we're at 30 trophies stacked on the backpack. That's going to be in addition to the repairs that we're getting from the Foundry Bulwark, which is pretty cool. And then we got a skill tier and skill efficiency, and that's going to be helping our shield. So since we're running so much armor, therefore a ton of bonus armor, and protection from elites is protecting that bonus armor, which therefore is protecting our white armor, I decided to run the perfect intimidate chest piece. But if you don't have this, which you get by defeating all the Washington DC hunters, then I recommend running a Bellstone chest piece with regular intimidate. That would give you 1% armor regen instead, with a little less output and damage. We have armor, hazard protection, crit chance just because it's there, and then protection from elites, and perfect intimidate. So while you have bonus armor, gain 1 stack each second up to a max of 10. Each stack increases weapon damage by 4% to enemies within 10 meters. So you're looking for a close quarter combat here, and you're looking to always have bonus armor. So the shield is going to help us there, but the shield is also to help with damage output. So this is the striker shield. I have additional damage per enemy in range. That comes out to a total of 13%. The shield value at base is 5.3 million. In order to get access to that shield, you want to make sure you're running firewall. And then for the other skill, I'm running just a fixer drone, but a decoy is also a really good idea just to keep some of those right foamers off your bat. The fixer is also cool because it's going to push up on your armor regen and your makeshift repairs. For the weapon, you do have more than one option, but the Chameleon just goes really well with this concept, and it's sort of where we started actually when we created the build. So I got assault rifle damage, health damage, damage to targets out of cover, and then adaptive instincts, which got a buff. So this is really interesting. Hitting 30 headshots grants 20% crit chance and 50% crit hit damage. Hitting body shots, 65 of them, used to be 75, grants 90% weapon damage. That is a ton. That's like running 6 red cores. And then hitting 20 leg shots grants more reload speed. And then I'm just running the rock and roll, but it doesn't really matter for your backup weapon. And then if you look at the mods here, it also gives you more crit chance there, more stability, more accuracy, plus 20 rounds. So a total of 50 rounds in the mag. Now the thing is that this assault rifle, the Chameleon, it's gonna kind of look like and act like an SMG, so we're gonna wanna play really close and personal. One of the reasons why I'm running it with Foundry. And it's providing all of the crits that we need and all of the weapon damage that we need on the build. So if we look at our stats here, the crit chance will be at 50%. We'll be at a total of 95% crit hit damage. We're 60% resistant from all hazards. Okay, you're gonna wanna know the modifiers, that's important. So we're running the all-out active modifier. This allows us to lock in close range. So that's our strategy here. So we're gonna lock in the blue. And by doing that, that's gonna limit the hazards we face, which is one of the downsides of running modifiers, especially the shock. So we are not going to encounter shock because we're gonna lock in everybody in short range. That means the Master of None dudes, the ones with shock ammo, aren't able to equip the shock ammo. So we're happy about that, and we got the 60% hazard protection against every other hazard. So those enemies that do have Master of None will have fire rounds, but those are much less of a threat. For passive modifiers, we're running everything in the blue, all short range. So we got 50% more weapon handling based on our headshot damage. That's 45% more weapon handling. That includes accuracy, stability, and reload. Weapon swap, very nice. And then we're running impatient. So this is gonna increase our rate of fire by 30%, turning this thing into a little beast. And it's gonna cut our mag size in half, but increase our reload time. Plus we have the weapon handling modifier, increasing our reload speed. Plus we have Chameleon's third buff, increasing our reload speed. And then finally, we're taking liability, which is giving us deal 30% more damage to armored enemies within short range. But you're also gonna get an increase in damage from armored targets by 15%, which for the most part is okay because we have protection from elites to offset that, which isn't offsetting the purple targets, but that's okay because we got Foundry and it does a pretty good job. So does our bonus armor. So if you were there for this weekend's streams, both on Friday and Saturday night, then you saw we made a ton of builds and things just kept getting crazier and crazier every week that goes by. But this one is a ton of fun, easy to make, all blue. Got you on the next one. Lock. Damn. Thank you for hanging out with me today. My name is Tuxedo Bandido. That's Tito Bandido.
What's crack-a-lackin'?
This was another episode of The Division 2. If you found this video helpful, subscribe, like, and turn on notifications to ensure you don't miss out on the fantastic experiences waiting for you in The Division 2. And if you like builds like this, check out the recommended build video I have here for you. If you have anything you want to see covered, be sure to let me know in the comments below. And thank you to all the channel members and donors who make everything possible. Tux Nation wouldn't be without you.
When you buy a game from Ubisoft, enter the creator code Tuxedo Bandido to support the channel. Easy peasy. Now maybe this cheapskate can afford to sign me up for that dating app I've had my eyes on.
Follow me.
I get it.